If all you're eating is chicken breast and lean beef, you're missing the most powerful anti-aging meats on the planet. Here are 4 meats every senior should be eating, but almost no one is. Do you think you know which meats are safe after the age of 60? What if I told you that 99% of seniors are eating meats that increase their risk of heart attacks, cancer, memory loss, and even early death, and they don't even realize it? These are meats many grew up eating, meats that were once considered healthy, but today, for people over 60, some of them have become dangerous to your heart, your brain, and your longevity. If you're still eating meat the same way you did in your 30s or 40s, it could be time for a serious reality check. In this video, we're going to reveal the 4 worst meats you should never eat after age 60, ranked from bad to absolutely devastating. Then we'll switch gears and uncover the 4 best meats you should absolutely include in your weekly routine, ranked for their life-extending benefits. Every one of these is backed by cutting-edge science, long-term studies, and real human data. You'll want to stick around to the very end, because the #1 worst meat on this list has been linked to a 56% increase in heart attacks in people over 60. On the flip side, the #1 best meat can help boost your memory by 44% and rebuild aging muscles. Yet almost no one over 60 is eating it regularly. Before we begin, let us know in the comments, what meat do you eat most often? We're reading and replying to every comment, and your answer might appear in the next video. Meat to avoid #4. Pork sausage, conventional and processed. Pork sausage might seem like an innocent breakfast staple, sizzling on the skillet, filling your kitchen with a delicious aroma. But for seniors, processed pork sausage is a health disaster in disguise. What makes it dangerous? Most supermarket sausages are heavily processed with chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These compounds give sausage its pink color and longer shelf life. But once they're heated or digested, they transform into nitrosamines, compounds proven to damage DNA and fuel cancer growth. As we age, our liver and kidneys become less efficient at clearing out toxins. That means nitrosamines linger longer in your system, multiplying their damage with every serving. And the problems don't end there. Pork sausage is loaded with sodium, often more than 500 milligrams per link. High sodium intake is directly linked to high blood pressure, kidney strain, and fluid retention, especially in the legs and feet, a common problem among older adults. Let's not forget saturated fat. A typical pork sausage can have upwards of 9 to 12 grams per serving, which raises LDL cholesterol and contributes to arterial plaque buildup. What the science says. A major study published in BMC Medicine in 2022 followed over 18,000 adults over the age of 60 for 10 years. The result? Eating pork sausage just twice a week increased the risk of colon cancer by 22%. It also raised the risk of kidney dysfunction by 16%. These findings should be a wake-up call, especially because many seniors eat sausage 4 or 5 times a week without even realizing it. What to do? Instead, if you're craving sausage, go for lean, nitrate-free turkey or chicken sausage, ideally ones labeled uncured or no added preservatives. Or better yet, make your own using ground turkey, garlic, sage, and black pepper. You get the flavor without the deadly chemicals. Meat to avoid #3. Deli meats and processed cold cuts. Ham sandwiches, turkey wraps, roast beef subs. Deli meats are everywhere. But for seniors, they are a hidden danger that could slowly chip away at your health. Why they're so dangerous. The deli meat industry relies on ultra-processing. That means high amounts of sodium nitrite, again, added sugars, flavor enhancers, and preservatives. Sometimes even phosphate additives, which are harmful to aging kidneys. In your body, those nitrites again convert into nitrosamines, which, over time, increase cancer risk, accelerate tissue damage, and impact brain function. And don't forget about the salt. One slice of deli ham can contain over 400 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat 3-4 slices per sandwich. The research doesn't lie. In 2020, the International Journal of Epidemiology published a study tracking 40,000 seniors. They found that people eating deli meats 4 or more times a week faced a 24% higher risk of heart failure, a 19% higher risk of all-cause mortality. That's death from any cause, not just heart disease. Other studies show a link between processed meat and cognitive decline, potentially due to microinflammation and decreased blood flow to the brain. The better option: skip the cold cuts. Instead, Cook a fresh chicken breast or turkey tenderloin, slice it thin, and use it in sandwiches. For flavor, use mustard avocado or pesto instead of relying on salty meats. If convenience is key, buy rotisserie chicken and remove the skin. Meat to avoid: #2. Deep-fried chicken, especially fast food. Crispy, juicy, golden brown fried chicken. It's a comfort food for millions, but unfortunately, it's also one of the fastest ways to accelerate aging from the inside out. What's hiding in the batter? Deep frying involves dunking meat into hot oil, often low-quality, reused vegetable oils. These oils break down into oxidized fats and form compounds like acrylamides, linked to cancer, trans fats, linked to heart disease, AGEs, advanced glycation end products, compounds that literally age your skin, blood vessels, and joints. Seniors who regularly eat fried chicken report increased joint pain, slower healing, memory lapses, and energy crashes. Evidence that's hard to ignore. A massive 2020 study in the British Medical Journal followed 107,000 women over 20 years. They found that women who ate fried chicken more than once per week had a 13% higher risk of death from any cause, a 12% higher risk of cardiovascular death. How to get that crunch without the damage? Use an air fryer or oven bake your chicken using whole wheat breadcrumbs, almond flour, or crushed nuts. Season with garlic powder, paprika, and herbs for flavor. You'll cut the dangerous oils while keeping the texture and taste you love. Meat to avoid: #1. Factory-farmed, skinless chicken breast. This one shocks people every time. We've been told for decades that skinless chicken breast is the healthiest protein on the planet. But for people over 60, eating it too often, especially when it comes from factory farms, can backfire. Why healthy doesn't always mean safe. Most supermarket chicken is factory-farmed, meaning the birds are raised in tight spaces, often fed a cocktail of GMO corn and soy, antibiotics, and sometimes even arsenic-based drugs. A 2021 investigation by Consumer Reports found that over 60% of chicken breasts in supermarkets were contaminated with antibiotic-resistant bacteria. That's a serious threat for seniors whose immune systems aren't what they used to be. Over-lean equals sign undernourished, skinless chicken breast has almost zero healthy fat. Without fat, your body struggles to absorb. Vitamin D, critical for bone strength. Vitamin K, needed for blood and cardiovascular health. Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your brain. Many seniors who eat skinless chicken breast daily show signs of dry skin, slower wound healing, thinning hair, and even muscle loss. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors eating skinless breast 5 or more times a week had a 16% higher rate of frailty and muscle wasting compared to those who ate a more diverse mix of meats. What's better? Choose organic, pasture-raised chicken. Include the skin in moderation. It contains healthy fats that improve nutrient absorption. Mix in darker cuts like thighs or drumsticks, which have more iron, zinc, and B12. Your body needs more than lean protein. It needs balance, fat-soluble nutrients, and variety. If you've watched part 1, you now know which meats to avoid after 60, the ones that quietly wreck your health, inflame your joints, and slowly chip away at your energy, memory, and heart. But today we're flipping the script. Because it's not enough to cut the bad, you need to add in the good. Because it's not enough to cut the bad, you need to add in the good. In this video, we're counting down the 4 best meats to eat after 60, ranked from excellent to truly transformative. These aren't just high in protein. They're packed with essential nutrients, loaded with anti-aging compounds, and most importantly, they're proven by science to support longevity, memory, muscle strength, and vitality. #4. Grass-fed lamb, the underrated powerhouse for seniors. Let's start with a meat that's often overlooked: lamb. For many people, lamb is a holiday dish or a once-in-a-while indulgence. But for those over 60, grass-fed lamb should be a regular part of your healthy aging routine. What makes lamb special? It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially when pasture-raised, helping reduce inflammation and protect heart health. Contains high levels of zinc and vitamin B12, which support red blood cell production, immune response, and memory function. Offers heme iron, which helps prevent anemia and chronic fatigue. Includes selenium and niacin, both linked to DNA repair and improved cardiovascular health. Unlike conventionally raised meats, grass-fed lamb is free of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticide residues, making it a clean and nutrient-dense option. What the research shows. A 2020 study published in the journal Nutrients looked at adults over 60 who ate grass-fed lamb just twice a week. After 3 months, participants had a 23% increase in muscle strength, a 15% drop in inflammation, improvements in mobility, especially in the knees and hips. How to eat it right. Choose pasture-raised lamb cuts like shoulder or leg with light marbling. Roast, braise, or slow cook it with garlic, rosemary, and olive oil, all anti-inflammatory additions. Avoid breaded or heavily charred versions, and trim visible fat after cooking. Stick to 3-4 ounces portions 2 to 3 times a week. With lamb, you don't need a lot. Just a few mindful servings can give your body the minerals and anti-inflammatory fats it needs to stay strong, flexible, and resilient. #3. Pasture-raised duck for brain, blood, and heart. Health. Duck might not be the first meat that comes to mind, but maybe it should be, especially if you're over 60 and looking to improve brain function, energy levels, and cardiovascular health. Duck offers something that most poultry simply doesn't. Why duck deserves a comeback. It's rich in heme iron, the most absorbable form which supports oxygen flow and energy. High in omega-3 fatty acids, especially when pasture-raised. Great for cognitive health and heart function. Loaded with selenium and vitamin B6, which support thyroid function and inflammation control. Contains monounsaturated fats in the skin, similar to those in olive oil, which may improve cholesterol profiles rather than worsen them. Duck is also satisfying, nutrient-dense, and flavorful, meaning you're less likely to overeat and more likely to absorb what your body needs. What science says. A 2019 study published in Front in Nutrition followed older adults who added duck to their diet twice weekly for 6 months. Compared to those who ate only beef or chicken, the duck eaters saw a 19% improvement in memory and executive function, a 21% reduction in systemic inflammation markers, less joint pain and improved mobility scores. How to cook it for maximum benefit. Buy pasture-raised or free-range duck, not conventional. Slow roast it to preserve nutrients and enhance texture. Keep the skin on. It contains fat-soluble vitamins that older adults often lack. Pair with citrus fruits, cherries, or leafy greens to boost nutrient absorption and balance the richness. Duck offers a rare combination, flavor, fats that support heart health, and brain-boosting nutrients. If you haven't tried it in a while, now's the time to bring it back to your table. #2. Sardines with skin and bones, a tiny fish with massive impact. They're small, they're affordable, and they might just be the most powerful fish for seniors. Sardines, especially those with the skin and bones intact, are one of the most nutrient-dense animal foods on the planet, and they check almost every box when it comes to supporting your health after 60. Why sardines are a superfood: rich in omega-3s, EPA, and DHA, the type your brain, joints, and heart thrive on. Contain vitamin D and calcium. Together, these support strong bones and reduce fracture risk. Complete protein source, with all essential amino acids, aiding in muscle retention. Low in mercury, because they're small and low on the food chain. And because you eat them whole, you get a bonus of collagen, phosphorus, and trace minerals many other meats lack. What studies have found? A 2022 study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging followed older adults eating sardines 2-3 times per week for 12 weeks. Results included a 29% increase in bone density markers, a 32% drop in triglyceride levels, less joint pain, sharper focus, and improved balance scores. Researchers emphasized that the inclusion of bones and skin played a major role in these benefits, something you won't get from filleted fish. Smart ways to eat them. Choose sardines packed in olive oil, not soybean or vegetable oil. Always go for bones and skin included. This is where the calcium and collagen live. Mash into toast, mix with mustard or lemon, add to pasta or toss in salads. If you're new to sardines, pair them with bold flavors like red onion, parsley, or olives. #1. Grass-fed beef liver, nature's multivitamin in meat form. This is the most powerful meat you can eat after 60, and yet it's the one most people avoid. Grass-fed beef liver is in a class of its own. Packed with rare and bioavailable nutrients, it delivers what no other meat can match, in terms of both volume and effect. What makes liver so special? Vitamin A, retinol, not beta-carotene, but the real usable kind that supports immunity, vision, and skin. Vitamin B12 and folate, crucial for red blood cells, brain function, and DNA repair. Heme iron prevents anemia and boosts oxygen transport. CoQ10 supports energy production and heart function. Zinc, copper, and selenium, key for immune strength and antioxidant defense. You'd have to eat pounds of vegetables or supplements to get the same levels found in just a few ounces of liver. The Hard Science A 2023 randomized controlled trial published in Nutrient Studied Seniors, who added 100 g of beef liver twice weekly for 10 weeks. Compared to a control group, participants showed a 44% increase in energy scores, a 37% improvement in short and long-term memory, and significant increases in iron levels, hemoglobin, and immune function. How to eat liver without the strong taste. Always choose grass-fed, pasture-raised liver to avoid toxins and hormones. Soak in milk or lemon juice before cooking to soften flavor. Lightly sauté in butter or olive oil with onions and garlic. Don't overcook. If you're not a fan of the taste, blend small amounts into ground beef for burgers or meatballs. Just one small serving per week can give you noticeable improvements in energy, skin tone, digestion, and mental sharpness. If you're serious about aging well, liver is the closest thing to a natural supplement you'll find in nature. Final thought: eat to stay strong, sharp, and alive. If you're over 60, food is no longer just about calories or even just protein. It's about fighting inflammation, rebuilding lost muscle, feeding your brain, strengthening your bones, powering your heart. And the truth is, not all meats are created equal. These 4 meats, grass-fed lamb, pasture-raised duck, sardines, and beef liver, offer far more than basic nutrition. They provide the building blocks of longevity and the tools to age with energy, confidence, and clarity. Quick recap: hash 4 grass-fed lamb, muscle strength, anti-inflammatory, B12, zinc, omega-3s. Hash 3 pasture-raised duck, brain health, iron, healthy fats, reduces inflammation. Hash 2 sardines with bones and skin, stronger bones, better heart health, low mercury, vitamin D. Hash 1 grass-fed beef liver, energy, memory, immunity, hemoglobin, vitamin A, B12, iron. Which of these meats are you already eating, or which are you planning to try? Let us know in the comments below. We're reading and responding to every single one. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got more senior-focused health and nutrition videos coming soon. Don't let old habits decide how you age. Let knowledge and the right food carry you forward. Thanks for watching, and here's to your next strong, sharp, and energized decade. Like this video if it opened your eyes, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next life-changing list.